this morning. At about 10 past 3 a.m. this morning, 3 a.m., we had rain. And it wasn't like some splatter here, plap, plap, plap. Oh no, it was a good downpour. The kind of downpour that when you get out of bed in the morning, the place is still muddy. Yes, that's how I woke up this morning. I was up very early, stayed up till about 4:30, then went back to sleep, and as always, 6 o'clock found me up and about. So here we are. It looks like we're still going to have rain later on today, but mostly cloudy skies should be expected today. It rained yesterday, surprisingly, I think for about 20 or 30 minutes. It was about 20 minutes or so, yeah. Some heavy downpour. Anywho, so you might want to carry an umbrella. Those of you who have gotten used to not carrying an umbrella because after Ramadan don't come. Let me say this: the Hamatan is not as Hamataning as it used to be, I would say, a decade ago. Obviously, people will talk about, climate change and yada, yada, yada. I don't think we have experienced, the proper, dry spell yet. It's coming. It's our Eyewitness conversation. Well, the Eyewitness Show is where we place you front and center of stories that we'll be focusing on, not just today, but in the coming weeks. How many of you have noticed that a lot of the reportage that get to come through here on Nigeria Info have their roots here on this program? So it's very, very important that you take our time to tell us what's going on in your neighborhood. Now, there are channels to use to call us and contact us and share with us this information now that you've now become a mobile journalist. These are the studio numbers. All right, by studio numbers I mean these are the numbers you will call and you get to hear a pretty voice, and then later on hear my voice and we get to know what's going on. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Once again, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Now, we are on Facebook. The handle is at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. It works for Twitter as well. That's X, at Nigeria Info PH. Now, a fan favorite is the WhatsApp and also the SMS portal. The number for that line is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Hello, Port Harcourt, with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, so let's get to hear from you. Eyewitness reports. As always, please remember, if you have any information to pass across, use the channels that are available. And if you hear anything during the course of this program that you probably have a different view or maybe similar view, please call in to either corroborate or to disavow. 90.3, good morning. Oh dear, drop call scenario. Apologies. WhatsApp, once again, is 0809 030 6416. All right, good morning, Jude. This is on WhatsApp now. My eyewitness reports about the state of flyovers in the city. It needs urgent attention from Waterlines flyover to GRA, Ikoku, Rumokoro flyover. All the flyovers need immediate repairs. Jude, you need to see the accident on a daily basis on these flyovers. Daniel from D-Line. That's a call for concern. I think I'm going to add, in addition to maybe the repairs, particularly for the... one, I think the manhole covers, right, that have been stolen, and then the slippers now. No, slippers for real. The links, the links, the metal links, right? They need to be replaced. Also, I think signages are desperately needed across this metropolitan area. I think signages. We can't be the hub of economic development in the South region. We cannot be a major player in the oil and gas industry, and we look like we're still in 1982. Signages need to be clear, they need to be present, and they need to be regularly maintained. because that's that's another contributing factor to the traffic jams that people are experiencing along these bridges. It's terrible. Anyway, Daniel from D-Line, thank you very much. I think that's enough very much. All right, let's continue. Messages coming through. 0809 030 6416 0809 030 6416. This was another. Government should ban the production of these firecrackers, not for security. Health and AD's apartment could not raise an alarm. How can you be your brother's keeper when you are not safety conscious? It's better to stop the cause of the problem than to solve the effect. Good morning, Jude. Karen from Rukwaku. Karen, interestingly, that is our final conversation by 11 o'clock. So stick around and let's, as it were, get to the remote and immediate issues concerning that. 9.3, hello, Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, Charles calling from them.
Mr. Charles, welcome.
Yeah, Jude, on Friday, my eyewitness was cow. I wound up to 7. Then workers are closed, so the whole town is becoming rowdy. And this herdsman was moving with his cow as of that time in Bonny Island. It was the grace of God. So nobody is talking about it. The thing is just be moving here and there. Sometimes they even sleep along the new road that they constructed, Bonny Bodo Road. Cow will just sleep along the road. Imagine somebody running into those cows. What will happen? The canals are still there. The roads in Bonny are so bad. Dude, you will not believe that. If I complain, you like look at if I don't.
One thing, another is it's uplifting to get to hear these comments, but we've heard in some cases that sometimes some of these issues tend to be addressed, but we don't get feedback. But when it comes to Bonny Island, a colleague of mine recently over the walkway said that years ago after the end something was done, you confirmed something was done. Surprisingly, I remember that show. But once again, a low voice, just the voice needed for change to happen. Charles.
Okay, Jude, the whole things that people will move, did you achieve anything? Were you able to see the local government?
Well, we did get a response. This was about 2 years ago. There was something, I can't remember, but there was something that you brought to our attention. And obviously, we had a reporter, get onto that line. And something eventually was done. And somebody else called. I remember a few weeks that somebody else called about that. But my point here is don't stop relenting. And it really is worrying that a place like Bonny should be going through this type of challenges, Charles.
I will not stop because it's intentional.
All right. Thank you very much, Charles.
Thank you, Jude.
All right, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, read messages. Interestingly, some things have been happening around Equerry Road. More when we return.